everyone, my name is Seed. Today I'm going to talk about offering seeds and moral habits. Think about it is 8 o'clock in Friday morning. You wake up and find you're late for school, so you have to rush to the bus stop. Fortunately, you catch the bus finally. You find a lot of people on the crowded bus. Some people are not so lucky to have seats like you. Then you're also wondering whether to give up your seat to someone else who needs it more. For example, elderly person. Finally, it's your destination, and you don't think so anymore. Similar things often exist in life, but one thing is for sure. You only thought about providing seats. Most of the times you didn't. You may have a lot of reasons, but let me tell you something first. Behaviors as offering seeds are called moral behavior. The things we often talk about is around us every day. Have you ever seen packages of plastic waste in the road or in some parks? Have you ever seen the signs that says no littering in the streets or tourist attractions? Have you ever seen someone who is spitting in a public place? This is what we can often see in some places. How do you feel when you see those behaviors? Is it impolite? If you have seen this, what will you do? Nothing? Or you try to persuade them not to take these actions? Most of you did not. Then you can also ask, have you ever seen anyone notice and remind you in this situation? I can guess it was very unlikely. So it means you rarely see this. You must have seen someone who makes loud noises in the community, right? These are all unethical behaviors. We can't say it is correct or not, because we're using a different evaluation criteria as them. From all the signs we referred to, we're also talking about moral behaviors. It reminds us to obey these rules, and we need to be careful about other ones to break it in those places. An American psychologist, Kohlberg, reads his theory of moral development. It is consisted of 3 levels and 6 stages. Each level contains 2 stages, and you can also see the points for judgments in the PowerPoint. You can decide to compare between the criterion and yourself. I think most of us are in the 2nd and 3rd levels. But we cannot ignore the pre-custom group, which is in the 1st level. So it is clear for the reason of showing signs. One is to tell people not to do. The other one is to teach the pre-custom group it is incorrect. We can trace it to the first reason. Why did the government or some organizations put signs in public places? My explanation is simple. Because most of us realize that we shouldn't. But some people are still doing this kind of things. As you can see in the chart, there are 3 age groups respectively corresponding 3 levels. The 6 stages tell what to do in your age, and you can think more you can do in the time. We think it is mandatory, but it is optional. We say that people must do so because we put high requirements on ourselves, even small things. So here, you can choose not to offer your seat. You can choose a little speed. You can also choose to make those loud noises in your community. It's all up to you. I don't know, it seems from when. that most people begin to have no compassion for small things. Is it the losing of traditional virtues? We cannot know yet. For some people, offering seeds seems a strange behavior, no matter how he or she is. It seems strange to remind those who do indecent things. Why do we gradually lose traditional virtues? It's hard to find a definite answer. We have inherited the traditional virtue from our ancestors, and many activities promote us to inherit the perfect cultural heritage. That is the quality of virtue. It's about our own sense of value. It connects what we think is valuable. You can have many reasons, just as when I ask you why you did not provide a seed. I can't give a reason to refute, because there is no law to force or strictly require you to do so. It is beneficial to develop the moral standards of our country. For us, this is the traditional Chinese culture. If we study more about our cultural heritage, we can learn more about our country and Chinese culture. The continuation and development of traditional virtues today is an important symbol. Here list some virtues. Some of the virtues ask us to be polite and kind to your friends, families, and teachers. If you don't get the point of that virtue, then there won't be so many families that are peaceful and compatible. Some of them ask you to be loyal to your country. If we don't have loyalty to our own country, then there won't be countries exist. We can see that all the virtues are good for us. Well, if it's not, why is it here? And some of the virtues somehow tell us to keep quiet and be polite in public places. So one can say it's somewhere lost of the traditional virtues. We cannot stay in the pre-custom, which is doing just trying to avoid punishments, which is not good for us in intelligence. You should try a bit harder to do things that benefit your community. We must protect the continuation of our cultural heritage and our traditional virtue. Start with small things and start with your side. Then why don't we start by offering seeds? At last, thank you.